Hello and welcome back to my vlog. I'm going to read another one from my Grandpa Sims. I've got so much stuff going on in my day. Sometimes I wish I had more time in my day. But then I read something like this and I see what their time was filled with, and they probably didn't have a lot of free time. This one is called The Ash Hopper. The homemade soap my ma used to make was strong enough to burn the whiskers off a brass monkey. She made three kinds. One was called soft soap because it was a jelly-like substance with a delicate and fine texture. It never got hard. But she made hard soap that could be cut into cakes. She poured this mixture into a dripping pan, and when it got hard, she cut it into cakes. The third kind was a white solid made especially for toilet use. She always put some delicate kind of perfume in this soap. Even so, it made your skin feel like sandpaper. But hands in those days were tough from milking a herd of cows twice a day, wrestling a calf you were trying to wean, shelling corn by hand, and a few other similar chores. Dishpan hands were all too common, but no one gave it a second thought. The ash hopper was basic to this homemade soap industry. It was an inverted square pyramid about 5 feet tall, made out of old fence boards running up and down. The top was left open. At the little end at the bottom, a small trough carried the brownish liquid into earthen crocks to be used later. The ash hopper had to be held in place with guy wires and other braces. An attractive, well-built ash hopper was a sort of status symbol. In time, though, the boards would be eaten by the caustic solution. Once the ash hopper was completed, you began to fill it with fresh wood ashes from the cook stove. You could not use ashes that had been dumped on the ground and had been in the rain and weather. When the hopper was about half full, we poured water on the ashes. No one but Ma did this job. She knew exactly how much water to add depending on the amount of rain we had. And of course, fresh ashes were added as they became available. The water soaked down through the ashes, dissolved the minerals, and seeped out of the bottom. It looked like strong coffee. It was deadly stuff. It's a wonder some kid didn't try to drink some of it. It was lye. Ma would take this liquid and cook it a certain way with fats and grease, and the result was homemade soap. Many generations of ash hoppers helped us make homemade soap over the years. They had to be replaced often, but the new ones always were located in the same spot at the foot of the small hill, back of the smokehouse, by the fence. There was no particular season for soap making. When we ran out of soap, Ma usually had enough lye and fats to cook up a batch. She always tried to save up enough lye to make a good supply of soap at butchering time when there was a supply of fresh fats. But it could be any time except in the coldest weather when the rainwater could not seep down through the ashes. It took something strong and powerful to wash your dirty hands and dirty clothes when you worked close to the soil and grime on the farm. Science has made great strides in cleaning preparations, but I'll bet on Ma's homemade soap to stand up with the best of them. Of course, it might take the skin off of tender hands today. Came the day when we had enough money to buy store soap. Our most famous brand was Grandpa's Wonder. It helped to make you smell clean, whether you were or not. We were always happy to use it instead of the soft soap or hard soap we made at home when we took our regular Saturday night bath by the kitchen stove in a wash tub. And that was The Ash Hopper by Grandpa Sims, the old schoolmaster, and his reflections. Make it a great day, and bye for now.